Hey Laurel, thanks so much for emailing me a question. Today Laurel is asking, she says, I attend endless workshops and showcases with agents, but none ever call me in. I don't think it's a lack of talent. What should I do? Okay, well, this is good. You know, the fact that you're attending all of these workshops, it says a lot about you as an actor. You're not just someone who's sitting around doing nothing. You're willing to put in the work, which is really important. Now, since these are workshops that you're attending, you should be able to ask for feedback there on your acting technique. Or if you're not allowed, try to attend more workshops where you can ask for feedback if you haven't been already. It's one thing to really feel like you're good, and it's another to get, definitive data from other people like acting coaches, acting teachers and stuff, especially those who specialize in whatever the agents are that you're attending these workshops with. So like if it's for a film and television agent, then you should be taking screen acting classes. So now there is a way to sort of determine on your own like how good your acting technique is. And generally what you can do there is basically you'll record yourself doing some sort of monologue, and then you can sit down with an acting coach or someone who you know who's really good at acting and ask them for their harshest critique, and then sit there and watch it right next to them. Or if you're doing it over Zoom, have them watch it, but you be on the Zoom meeting and you watch it at the same time. And it's going to force you to be sort of a lot more hypercritical of yourself because it's awkward sitting next to someone watching your performance, right? So you're taking all these frantic notes about anything that you think was off, and then you're going to share the notes between you with the other person who just watched. And, assuming that everything is good, okay, assuming that your acting technique does not have a problem, then what I would recommend that you do is follow up with these agents via email and keep in touch after the workshop, okay? So generally speaking, these workshops are not meant as a place for you to go and expect to get signed. You're meant to go there and use them as a way to create an initial contact with the agent, and then you keep in touch with them for anywhere from like 6 to 8 weeks, even like 6 to 8 months. And you're going to be following up with them once every like 4 to 8 weeks or so, just kind of reaching out. I have a whole other video that talks in more depth on how to keep in touch with people in the industry, and I will link to that below. But basically, after a period of time, once you feel like they kind of know you and you know them, at that point you're going to ask them directly if they'd be open to you submitting yourself for consideration representation with them. And because you're asking them directly and you know them, chances are they'll say, yeah, sure, come on in for a meeting. Or they'll say, well, I'm not really accepting submissions right now, but reach out to me in another however many months, okay? So you've created the relationship, and now you're directly asking them, because the chance of them actually asking you in the workshop itself is super low. They're probably never going to follow up with you. Now, I attached a couple of links below, one being that, how to follow up with people and keep in touch by providing added value so that they're not just, annoyed by you reaching out, but you're actually helping them, things that you can say that they'll appreciate. Another one is how to make the most of casting director and agent workshops, where I go into a lot more depth on this topic. Another one is how to get an agent, an in-depth article that kind of talks about the strategies behind getting an agent. Then acting for film, and also natural acting, which are 2 articles that I have that talk all about acting technique, just so that you can make sure that your acting technique is really on point. Okay, I hope that helps. Please make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you get notified anytime that I upload new videos just like this. And I really appreciate you taking the time to submit a question.